happening, partners and pilgrims? It's Big BS here again. This is another episode of Big B's Library, partner, where we go through old gaming guides, retro collectible books, that sort of thing, graphic novels and the like, all just old gaming stuff that I've got in my library here. Same things that'll help you become a great gaming legend like me, Big BS. Today we're looking at the original Mortal Kombat 1 guide. Strategy guide covers Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Gear, and Game Boy versions. I was just taking a peek through. You want to see what's inside? Let's go check it out. Alright, what's happening, partners and pilgrims? We're back for episode 10 of Big B's Library. We're going through Mortal Kombat Strategy Guide here. You see, we got these Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Game Gear, Game Boy. 162 pages of sizzling strategies, killer combos, and individual finishing moves. Tactics for all 7 fighters, over 1,000 full-color game screens, plus hidden characters and secret tactics revealed by the editors of GamePro, the #1 video game magazine, and Bally/Midway. Only $9.95. Free poster inside, y'all. Let's take a look. Now remember, this is a retro guy. This thing's a little beat up. You can see a couple. Slide this into view here. Scuff marks here. Some pages coming out here. You can see the contents. Starts on page 90 here. Let's get that in a little better. So we're obviously missing, we're on page 5, we're missing the first 4 pages there. So we'll be careful with this as we can check the storyline here. Many years ago, the Shaolin Tournament was a competition of honor for martial arts warriors from around the world. They gathered annually to compete for the title of Grand Champion until 500 years ago, Shang Tsung, a disgruntled former warrior, gained control of the tournament with the help of his half-human, half-dragon protege Goro. Now Shang Tsung manipulates the tournament to satisfy his own evil needs. Those who compete do not survive tell the tale of how Shang Tsung steals their very souls to gain immortality for himself. Competitors in the Mortal Kombat tournament can choose to fight as one of 7 skilled martial warriors. Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, Kano, Raiden, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Sonya Blade. Let's see. An exhibition mode enables would-be warriors to compete against one another and practice their skills in competitions in preparation for their quest for the Mortal Kombat title. In the tournament mode, warriors must battle through a series of different matches. First, competitors fight each other of the other 6 warriors in a best 2 out of 3 match competition. Survivors move on to battle a mirror image of themselves in a best 2 out of 3 mirror match. Victorious warriors move on to 3 endurance matches. In each endurance match, the fighter must defeat 2 different warriors to advance. If a warrior manages to win all these challenges, he or she faces Shang Tsung's champion, the 4-armed Goro, in a battle to the death. Challengers that survive their match against Goro enter the arena for the ultimate competition, a deadly battle against Shang Tsung for the title of Supreme Mortal Kombat Warrior. There's the battle plan right there. Combatants. We got Johnny Cage. Look at these old drawings, man. 1992. Real name John Carlton. You can see his ending, profile, combatant pictures. So we're looking into Johnny Cage here. These are all kind of separated from the book here. Then we got Raiden, Age Eternal. And then we go into Kano. 35, 6 foot. Eyes, 1 brown, 1 infrared, built-in metal implant. Deported from Japan and wanted criminal in 35 countries. Liu Kang. Scorpion, real name unknown. Scorpion is a reincarnated specter and has no legal status. Then we have Sub-Zero doing the splits or something weird. It's a weird drawing of him. Alright. Then we got Sonya. And looks like we're missing Sonya's other page and then what would be Goro's first page. And then we're going to Shang Tsung here. Over 500 years old. Reptile. He's a hidden character. So we're missing some pages here. And then we go into the Genesis. We're skipping from 26 to 27, 8. Stage bonus rounds. Genesis, you got stone, ruby, wood, steel, and diamond competitions. And then the courtyard, the infamous pit stage where you can knock them off into the pits below. Goro's Lair, Hall of Champions, Palace Gates, inside the palace. Mode A, Genesis. And this is what Genesis was known for. Back when this game came out, Genesis had the bloodier fatalities. It had real blood, or at least red blood in it, as you can see. Super Nintendo version, I think they changed the color of the blood, and they did not have this particular fatality for Sub-Zero where he rips the entire head out with the spine still attached. So back then a lot of people preferred the Genesis version because it was more of the actual game and not filtered down for a family-friendly kind of Mortal Kombat, which kind of sounds like an oxymoron in itself. So you can see we're missing some pages. We're going 31 to 32 here, and then right to 37. So we're missing some basic attacks for a lot of the characters here, which are all pretty similar, I'm sure. Uppercut, low kick, high kick, crouch sweep, whatever. And then we got the killer combos for Kano. Play tips for Genesis. Raiden. You can see these pages got flipped around a lot because I was playing that Genesis Mortal Kombat back in the day. That's why they're missing. Moving these around over the years, pages get lost. Raiden killer combos. Raiden was always known for that torpedo, kind of like a E Honda style move, or M Bison even. Raiden attacks, Liu Kang attacks. This doesn't have the greatest artwork, as you can see with these sketches. Some of them are a little, I don't know what you want to call them. Just dated or amateurish. And Scorpion here, finishing move. Take his mask off, reveal the skull, and breathe fire. Blow him up. Burn him to a crisp. Alright. Now we continue on. We're flipping through, and now we got Sub-Zero's finishing moves. The uppercut, I guess, is a finishing move here for some reason. Instead of the head rip. Sonya Blade's got a finishing move. The Kiss of Death sets him on fire as well. I mean, look at these drawings, man. What is going on here? Alright, now we're on to Super NES. Now I'm wondering, are they going to show me all the same shit that they did on the Genesis? Because it's not really that different. The maps are the same. All the tests of mights are the same. There's a bonus map on NES. I don't know. I mean, Johnny Cage moves are going to be the same, just different button presses. 2 hop to handle, out from under, part 2. Johnny Cage. So now there's tips against different characters here. Against Scorpion, against Liu Kang. And then Mortal Kombat 1 was pretty basic compared to today's Mortal Kombat. There was no sprinting. I think that came in like 3. So it was a little more, a little sticky, a little slower pace. Killer combos for SNES. I'm showing you all the combos for Raiden. Jumpy, some combos come cheap. Hip hop. And then tips against the other players. Basic attacks coming for Liu Kang here. Then the combos, the finishing move. Another burning him to a crisp finishing move. And then we go to killer combos. Now we're on to Scorpion Super Nintendo moves. Finishing move. Same thing pretty much. This was what made the game, was the finishing moves. The violence, the bloody goriness of it, and the fact that they're using like real character models, like real actors being caught on camera, rather than, you know, like Tekken or Street Fighter or Virtua Fighter, you know, all those things back then. Those were all like animated or polygons. These are real characters, real people that were acting these moves out in front of a camera in costume. So that adds another layer of uniqueness to his character. And then the finishing moves, of course. It's the first game to introduce finishing moves. As soon as you beat your character the second round, you can do a finishing move to obliterate him. Sonya Blade finishing move. So we're pretty much going through all the same shit here, because it's the same on all the systems. Now Game Boy and Game Gear might be a little different because there's less buttons on the face. Johnny Cage, fatality move. Uppercut that head right off. Raiden's fatality. Sub-Zero's fatality. You can see Game Gear graphic resolution was a lot lower. We could say it was even crap. There's a picture of the Game Gear. Not quite what I remember it looking like. The one I had was all black. This looks like an AI model or something before AI was there. And then we got Johnny Cage finishing move here. Game Gear tips. Johnny Cage, Raiden attacks. Game Gear tips. It's all going to be the same stuff. Like I said, the only real difference between the versions was the gore factor. And then the one finishing move from Sub-Zero. Other than that, everything's going to run the same here as far as strategy goes. Combos against characters. Moves. All the moves are going to, basic moves are going to be the same. There's a drawing of the Kiss of Death. And some Sonya Blade tips on Game Gear. And then we go to Game Boy. Oh boy, Game Boy. Get to look at it in black and white. Perfect. That's all anybody wants. Then you have no reason to, you don't need to change the blood color now, because it's already just black. I mean, you had to be real desperate to play some Mortal Kombat if you wanted to play it on the Game Boy. Because you couldn't even play against your buddy, I don't think. I mean, unless there was some kind of link cable. There was no internet shit back then. You couldn't get a Game Boy online. Play tips, Mortal moves, Game Boy for Liu Kang. Scorpion moves. We're coming up on the end here. This is a short one, guys. Try not to make it take a half hour, an hour, but some of these books are huge, some of them small. The newer ones are bigger. Back in the day, there were 150 pages here coming up. Sonya Blade with the scissor kick. Scissor. And then we got Goro and Shang Tsung to wrap it up here. You could actually play as them, I think, at some point if you maybe unlock them later. I don't know. These are just some Cage vs. Goro, Kang vs. Goro, Kano vs. Goro type of tips. Goro tips. Shang Tsung play tips. Now we go into how to beat Shang Tsung. You see shots of Shang Tsung here. And then we come up on the end. The free poster looks like it's already been removed and probably in the trash somewhere. And then we got the secret code sections. Chop Chop. Choose from 5 different bonus round substances for the Test Your Might demo. There's some secret codes there. And then we come across the back end here. Get ready for combat. Here it is, the Ultimate Mortal Kombat Guide. 162 pages packed with non-stop in-your-face combat strategies for Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Gear, and Game Boy versions of the game. all 7 combatants, background info, combos, and secret strategies for all 7 of your favorite fighters: Johnny Cage, Raiden, Kano, Sub-Zero, Sonya Blade, Scorpion, and Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat secrets revealed. Learn how to fight and defeat Goro, Shang Tsung, and even the ever-elusive Reptile. Basic attacks, a blow-by-blow how-to for each combatant's moves. Mortal moves. Learn how to pull each character's special moves, deadly throws, and finishing moves. Killer combos. The pros teach you how to annihilate the competition with their favorite killer combos. Tons of games screens. Over 1,000 full-color game screens illustrate the moves. Secret hidden combat mode. Master the code that puts you into combat arcade style, complete with the original coin-op finishing moves in hidden Genesis and Game Gear modes. $9.95 in the US. 1992, baby. Well, that's going to do it for the Mortal Kombat guide, folks. I appreciate you hanging out with me on Big B's Library here today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and leave some comments. Let me know what you think, what you want to see in future episodes. If you like it, you think it sucks, what do you think I should do better? Yeah, just let me know. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm going to hit you with the outro, man. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Alright, folks, partners and pilgrims, that was Mortal Kombat Strategy Guide. Let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see next. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and all that stuff. And don't forget to tune in next week when we go through a very special book. We're going to go through the collector's art book that came with the collector's edition of Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 4 or 5, whatever the hell it was. 5. But the collector's book for Skyrim, art book. It's very nice. It's hardback. It's got a nice leather cover. It's in very good shape. We're going to check that out next week. So don't forget to tune in then. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Till then, we'll see you. Peace.